Bravo, bravo, salute. Welcome back to another episode of Bravo One Podcast. We continue where we left. I just need your 10 minutes so I can give you this information. I believe this is very important information. If you are interested and you want to do a security course, or you are in the industry and you need more information, let's engage. Let's talk about this. Let's professionalize security, because security, many people used to think it's a useless job, it's a job that people laugh at you. I'm a proud officer and I have been in the industry for some years, and I feel like there's a gap that as security officers we need to share information so that people who want to venture into the industry actually have got some sort of information what is actually happening in our industry. So we are now jumping into module 2 as promised, basic occupational safety. These are just instructional objectives. What is this about? This is about the symbolic safety signs and the signs that you find in many government, public, private buildings that are showing you this is a smoking area, this is an escape route, emergency escape, the stairs, the bathrooms. Those are the signs that we find in most public areas. So in the security industry, you're going to be taught about this because somehow you might have to direct clients. Maybe you're working at the mall or you're working at the offices, sorry, or anywhere where you are actually a GPS of your post. So people will come to you and ask for bathrooms. You need to be able to show them that, listen, you go straight up the passage and you're going to see a sign. You turn to the left and there's bathrooms and all of that. So these are the symbolic signs that you are actually going to find when you arrive on post, or when you start working at a certain post, and you need to know about many things about that post so that after familiarizing yourself with the post, then you can be able to direct people who we call visitors or guests or whatever the nature of your security job description that you'll be doing, because it differs according to post. Sometimes you work at the warehouse, at the mall, at the office park, in many other public areas. So you should be able to maintain the high standard of professionalism, and at the same time you should familiarize yourself with the post that you're working. So the aim of this module, at the end of this module, you will have a kind of a basic understanding causes of accidents and what steps to take in order to prevent them. So we've got 3 symbolic signs, safety signs, that you will actually find is the shape, the color, and the pictogram. So the shape is actually the shape itself. What shape is it? And then the color is the color code. Some of these signs are red, some are green, some are blue, because they differ according to their categories. And the pictogram, the picture itself, you will see where it says no smoking area, where you will see that round red circle with a cross, and then they are showing a cigarette, and to show that you are not allowed to smoke there. And there's a reason why they say you are not allowed to smoke there, because maybe you might cause fire, or maybe it's a warehouse, maybe they're working with flammable substances that can catch fire and destroy the whole building and all of that. So that is actually basically what the security officer should be preventing. If you see someone smoking in a non-smoking area, you politely confront them. Those who are in the industry already, you should know that you politely confront them and say, sorry sir, you're not supposed to smoke here. This is not a smoking area. All of that. They should understand, because the impact, you are actually preventing the accident from happening. Sorry, so there's basically 5 safety signs that are divided according to their categories, shape, color, pictogram. So you should be able, to know these signs so that at least when you're on duty, you know what to do. So sign number one is a general information. So general information basically is a square shape with a green background and a white pictogram. White pictogram is a white picture that is showing. So it's just general information that that you can find. There's no threat in it, just general information. The stairs, fire is there, fire extinguisher, and all of that. So those are just general information. And then the second one is fire information. Fire information, it shows you actually what to do when there's an emergency. It's showing you the fire escape routes and all of that. So it's about the information when there's fire, and then where do you find the fire hose, the fire extinguishers, and all of that. But as a security officer, you also need to make sure that you know this, because you are the first person to direct people, to evacuate people when there's emergency. And at the same time, you should be able to know where are the fire extinguisher and which fire extinguisher to use for which fire, because you can't just use any fire extinguisher. You've got combustible material, you've got a flammable material, and all of that. So we're gonna get to that module where we talk about three characteristics of fire, and all of that, what causes the fire, the heat, the oxygen, and all of that. We're gonna get to that. But now, because we are here on the basic occupational safety, then we need to stick to this. So the third one is warning information. It's a triangular shape with a yellow background and black border with a black pictogram. And the warning information warns you about certain things, which is maybe a slippery floor or something, or maybe there's construction, people are working, and all of that. So those are warning signs that you need to take precautions of, and if you don't pay attention, you might find yourself getting injured or whatever. So it's very important for you to pay attention to that. Then we have prohibitory signs. Prohibitory signs, as it says, so those are the signs that prohibits you to do certain things that are not allowed, so it's a circular shape with a white background, a red border, and red pictogram. So these are the signs that you find also. Maybe a no smoking area, no hooting, and you see they say it's a circular shape with a white background. So those are signs that are actually preventing you to do certain things. Then we have mandatory signs. It's a circular shape with a blue background and white pictogram. So the last one, this is the last one. So actually this one are the signs that actually, when you go to mostly the construction sites where you have to wear a PPE, a helmet, safety goggles, the safety shoes, and all of that. So when you go to certain places, it's mandatory that you put on. If you look at the officers who are working at the construction site, you see them wearing helmets, but you ask yourself, they are not contractors, but why are they wearing helmets? Is because of their safety, because something falls from the top and hits you on the head, and you're not wearing a safety head, then it's gonna cause more injury. So we're trying to minimize the risks, and also the extent of the damage, the accident when you get injured while you are on duty. And if you are found to not be wearing the personal protective equipment when you are on duty, or if you let contractors walk around without safety precautions adhered to, then you'll find yourself in trouble. So it's very important. So this is the second module that you can expect from your college when you are doing your grade E, and it's very important to pay attention to this, because these are the same things that you are going to use when you are exposed to the practical side of or your job, when you're supposed to perform your duties. You should definitely know this, so it's very important. So we will see next time when we go to the next module of let me see, the next module will be basic public relations. Public relations is how you relate with the public, how you speak to people. Don't show attitude, demonstrate good manners, show concern, be helpful, but don't be too kind, so that people wants to bypass security procedures. But you need to be professional and maintain that standard of professionalism. So it's very important, because it's part of your job. Then I'll see you next time. Bravos, Ashap.